DeFi Pulse Index. Now, DeFi Pulse Index is literally a weighted basket of like all the strongest DeFi projects, and probably a really sensible way of sort of spreading an investment, and especially when we're in a market where big players keep entering the crypto space, they're going to start looking at DeFi more and more and more because of the way their capital can be used to earn more, whether it's yield or lending or borrowing, or whether it's simply staking, restaking, liquid staking. And I still think this is a project that, and a coin that has still real room to move up in this bull cycle, because we've not seen a DeFi wave yet. Now, before I get into it, guys, if you're new here, this spreadsheet shows the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. Now, in the videos, I showed myself buying up all of these coins. These were coins that I thought were going to do really well. And you can see what the prices of these coins were when I recorded and released my videos. You can also see the highs that all these coins hit around about 16 months on, as well as what your profits would have been from $100 into each. And if you had done that, your total profit in that time would have been over 123 grand. Now, the thing is obviously you don't have, 16 months to get your portfolio sorted. We're in a bull cycle right now. If you're sitting on cryptos that are not making you money, if you're not happy with the performance of the coins you're in, then you've probably got deadwood in your portfolio you've got to clear out. If you're not sure where to start at copymycrypto.com. That's the site I run, where I share my portfolio with my members. So whenever I'm ready to buy or sell a crypto, I tell my members the crypto that I'm going to buy or sell, the price I'm going to do it at, so my members can copy along exactly, meaning they make the exact same profit as me, except they don't have any work to do at all. On the site, you can see what my members have earned, you can see our successes, you can read their testimonials of how they've enjoyed the service. It's all public record as well, you can verify it all on the history of this channel. If you're interested in the coins I own that are outperforming the market right now, all you've got to do to find out about them is join up on the site, guys. Now, DeFi Pulse Index. So, as you can see, when it launched in 2020, it was at lows of around about $100-ish. And it did hit pretty good highs. Like, its all-time high was $750. Now, again, in terms of what this is a capitalization weighted index that tracks the performance of DeFi assets across the market. And the idea is that DeFi Pulse Index is a digital asset index designed to track tokens' performance within the DeFi industry. Index is weighted based on the value of each token's circulating supply. So DeFi Pulse Index aims to track projects in DeFi that have significant usage and show a commitment to ongoing maintenance and development. So originally, underlying tokens, this may well have changed, so we'll have a look at that. But originally, it was Aave, Balancer, Compound, Cream, Farm, KNC, Loopring, Maker, Meta, Ren, Sushi, Synthetics, Uniswap, Yearn, Instadat, Badger, Rari Capital, and Vespa. And yeah, when we jump on, we'll have a look. But before I do, so the founders are Scott Lewis and Felix Feng. Scott Lewis is the founder of DeFi Pulse, while Felix Feng is the founder of Index Coop. Both recognized the potential of DeFi and sought to create a mechanism that could encapsulate the growth of this sector in a single financial product. And the index meticulously tracks the performance of leading DeFi assets, offering a comprehensive snapshot of the DeFi market's health and trends. So what we'll do is we'll look at a couple of bits and bobs. So this is index.coop. So as we can see, here's our allocations. That's better. So obviously it's shifted. We've had so many new projects launch. Aave still a big percent. Like Aave's still the titan of this. But you've got Uniswap, you've got Athena, Lido, Maker, Pendle, Compound, and Rocket Pool Protocol. So, and it's split obviously in those percentage allocations. And again, what we're likely to see at the moment, because we haven't seen in particular a huge wave for DeFi. Like we've seen kind of growth, like we've seen growth in certain sectors. Liquid staking had big growth. We also saw growth with regards to Solana and sort of and some of the DEX-based stuff that was coming out in Solana, but not necessarily like huge DeFi-based stuff. So yeah, so as you can see, they've got a ton of different products as well through Index Coop. So they've got earn mechanisms where you can, like interest compounding Ethereum index, so that's 2% yield. You can also do the USDC yield index, which is 7% yield, but total value locked is piss poor. And then you've got their leveraged indexes. So obviously there's risks to the leveraged index. As you can see, you can lose money on them. But interesting different array of products. And again, total value locked isn't bad across their site, especially when you put into context that as of right now, it's not got a huge market cap. And volume actually isn't great. Volume isn't great. So let's talk about the downsides. First of all, volume is really weak, and it's not actually on many places at all. I mean, in terms of centralized exchanges, you've got CoinW and ChangeNow, and I don't think ChangeNow is valuable there. So it's not really listed anywhere. So that would be a cause for concern, especially because in theory, right, if it's not on any of the markets, if not on the centralized exchanges, the level of volume that you're going to get isn't going to be great. You're not going to get the same volume on a Uniswap that you get on a centralized exchange. You're just not for a single asset. And there's a few, it's 14,500 holders, but again, I think what we're likely to see this bull cycle is at some point a big wave for DeFi. And if we see a wave for DeFi, then this as a protocol as a coin is of course going to do well, because it's the basket of all the strongest DeFi coins. So if all of a sudden you see an Aave pump huge, or a Uniswap pump huge, or Athena as an example, then the value of DeFi Pulse Index rises. And when people start noticing the value of this rising and it climbing the market cap, people will start paying attention, and you can see investment potentially rise. So while this volume is a downside right now, if we start seeing surges in volume for DeFi Pulse Index, because there's a big DeFi wave, then there's chances that this could be a coin that gets listed on a MEXC or a BitGet or a, probably not Bybit, but, realistically, there are plenty of exchanges out there that could list it. But that would be a cause for concern. And what that does do when volume is weak is make an investment higher risk. So this is much higher risk because the volume is not great. It might be harder to offload. But we haven't seen this huge boom in DeFi yet. We simply haven't. And I would expect that sooner or later we're going to see that. Because we haven't, because we've got all these big institutions starting to get in, these big, massive companies getting into crypto. Look at how much Bitcoin now owned by all the massive companies is starting to rise. There are new ETFs coming out that are going to be around, being able to invest in a company that has 1,000 Bitcoin. It's the landscape of crypto is changing, and when big institutions start seeing that their capital can be better utilized in a DeFi protocol, they're going to start moving into that space. We've not seen DeFi as ETFs yet, but I would not be surprised if all of a sudden we start seeing a DeFi basket of ETFs, as an example. Maybe not one specific protocol, but something similar to DeFi Pulse Index. And if we do see this wave, I still think this has room to move. I honestly think that this is a coin that can get to maybe $1,000, puts it in a market cap of, a little over $558 million, which is obviously high. But the only way that is going to happen, and it does need to be noted, is number one, there's a huge wave in DeFi. Number two, there's surges in volume, and these get listed on other places. Because right now, their listings are poor. So they would need to be listed on multiple different exchanges. But as a concept, very clever concept. That's why the company behind them have produced a few different ones. There's like a metaverse index and a bankless index as well. And as an idea, good idea. But people need to either A, know about it, so either the team need to market it, or B, be able to buy it easier. And that needs listings. So that means the team have to work directly with exchanges to try and get listed or pay whatever is required to pay. Because as a concept, very good concept. Very good concept. But yeah, there's a lot dependent on this. What I would call this is a high risk play. It's not like, and it's personal opinion, obviously it's not financial advice, but the lack of listings in theory could work in their favor if we see a huge wave in DeFi. It's a big if right now because we haven't seen it yet. Not really. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Do you like the idea of a basket of investments in just one single asset? If you're not interested in that, are you interested in the Metaverse Index? Where do you stand? Share your thoughts in the comments. Guys, look, we're in a bull cycle right now, and if you're sitting on cryptos that are not making you cash, you've got rubbish in your portfolio you've got to get rid of. If you're not sure where to get started, just start at copymycrypto.com. That's the site I run where I share my portfolio with my members. So whenever I'm ready to buy or sell a crypto, I tell my members the crypto that I'm going to buy or sell, price I'm going to do it at. My members can copy along exactly so they make the same profit as me without any work at all. And when you go onto the site, you can see what my members have earned. You can see our successes. It's all public record as well. You can verify it all on the history of this channel. If you want to find out the coins that I'm in that are outperforming the market, all you've got to do to find out is join. So if you've read through it all, you like what you see, try out the service, guys, and I'll see you there. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.